So it's time for my confession. You might have a little bit of a habit, a baking habit, if you wake up and you're in the kitchen and you're baking this. You heard me right. If you wake up and you're in the kitchen making this fabulous cake. Where did time go? How did I get in here? Was I dreaming this? Am I dreaming this? Or is this real? I have entered into the twilight zone when it comes to baking, and I am in trouble. Well, I can honestly say no one was harmed in the making of this delicious apple cake, and I bet you want a bite. You know what? I want a bite, and I can't wait to cut into it. Look at this drizzle of caramel sauce. That's that homemade caramel sauce that I made. Yep, that came in handy. This masterpiece is flawless. This is a homemade apple cake with caramel sauce. And I know you're curious, how did I compose this masterpiece? Well, let's go back to the beginning and let me break it all down for you. The star ingredients for this performance were butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, nutmeg, flour, a cup of milk, and half a cup of sour cream. And of course, we cannot forget the main attraction, delicious apples. Some delicious crisp combination of Pink Lady and Red Delicious apples. This is not our first rodeo at baking, so you guys know what to do with those ingredients. Just follow the steps I've taught you in all my other baking videos, and it will produce a wonderful outcome, a delicious cake. So I'll provide all of the ingredients and the instructions in the comment section below, but we've been to this rodeo before, so you should know what to do. I don't want to steer you wrong. I forgot to mention earlier, but in this step, I am adding the baking powder and cinnamon. I don't think I mentioned those earlier, but those are two key ingredients. I'm just going to sift it all together to start incorporating my cake batter. Once my cake batter was thoroughly incorporated, I then hand mixed the apples in. I didn't want them to be overly mixed. That's why I wanted more control, and I did it by hand. I put my cake batter into my well-greased cake pan and happily put this thing in the oven, 325 for an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, you guys know I'm extra. I took some of my leftover chunks of apples, coated them in cinnamon and sugar, and then I sprinkled them on top of the cake. I always do little things like that. I guess I'm over the top. I'm extra. Don't be mad. Just enjoy it. Since this is a dense cake, it did take a while for it to bake. I think I took it out of the oven to check it twice. It took about an hour and 30 minutes in total. Voila, here's the final masterpiece in all her glory. This thing is delicious and the house smells wonderful. You know what that means. When you have something like this in the refrigerator, you might catch yourself sneaking into the kitchen to get yourself a slice at all hours of the night. Oh well, this is my guilty pleasure. I'm sorry, I'm just going to trip everybody in the house up if they have diet goals. And since you stuck around this long, I have a bonus pro tip for you because this is not a have a slice of cake kind of day. This is that extra kind of day. Okay, this apple cake is already delicious by itself. It does not need any help, but I'm still going to aid some assistance. I decided I wanted to have a warm slice of cake. So I'm going to take my slice, slather it with some butter on both sides, put it in a hot pan, and get it nice and crispy on the edges, and have it with a cup of tea. Little bit going over the top, but that's right up my alley anyway. So let me just show you what I'm doing. Look at this, yummy. I toasted it just to my level of crispness, and I can't wait to eat it. Yummy. Well, look, if you got an apple, you might as well make an apple cake. I hope I didn't cause you to salivate too much. Please click on that like and subscribe button, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.